welcome. This is my final presentation for ICM522 social media campaign. Let's get right into it. Recalling my community uses social media to promote awareness for animal cruelty issues, also to share personal pet and animal stories, pictures, and to help change laws to protect animals. The community ranges from extreme activists to everyday pet owners. Facebook demographics have the majority of my viewers at 25 to 65 plus age group. These people are genuinely concerned about animal welfare. The key influencers are, again, these charitable organizations like PETA has 540,000 followers, Humane Society. Other organizations are publications like Dodo, Animal Abusers, and these are the people that actually move information within our community really well. Moving on, the key subjects for the 2-week period really was to focus on circus elephants, elephant sanctuary, pet adoptions and donations to animal charities. But at the same time, there's a lot of information and a lot of content going around about orca whales versus SeaWorld. So that was something I couldn't ignore. It's not something that I focused on for my final, but it is something that I engaged in while I was also engaging in these other subjects. Hashtags. Just a snippet of the hashtags that were used during my 2-week social media campaign. We'll talk more about Rise Up. So moving on. Typical member, there's two types, the activists, they're organized, and posts can be extreme because they're trying to bring about change, animal welfare issues that they want resolved. Can be negative and disturbing. The other type is pet owners. They're less organized and the posts are fun, more personal, more positive usually. The outcome for this community is to post and reiterate the same content, to keep the content and keep the issue alive, keep people talking about it, which is what they're doing, which is great. This community is okay with varying content subject. It's not so much where we only talk about animal welfare issues. The subject and the quality can vary so long as the main topic belongs to animals and not people. Moving on. The goals for the social media campaign was to raise awareness, really, for the care and proper treatment of animals. I just want to get more people involved and aware about what's going on in the world today with regards to animals. And I also wanted to drive up donations to various animal charities as we are now in the holiday season. Moving on. The strategy for the first week of my social media campaign was Thanksgiving week, and that week I wanted to focus on elephants. I wanted to talk about elephants and their social needs and sanctuaries, and I also wanted to talk about the need to protect elephants from poachers. The week after, I wanted to focus on donations, sponsorships for animals, adoptions, and so on and so forth. Tactics. My tactics was to use Twitter hashtags to promote elephant protection and elephant sanctuaries. I also wanted to promote my blog postings via Facebook and Twitter, and then also to use Facebook and Twitter to post about the adoptions and donations for Giving Tuesday. They were my main social media platforms. And here are some snippets of postings that I did do on Facebook and on Twitter. Moving on. Just to reiterate the platforms and in the order of priority that were used, Facebook was the lead, Twitter secondary, my blog post, Pinterest, and Google+. And this is a snippet of the content calendar, again talking about the goals. November 30th was week 1 for the social media campaign for me, and I wanted to talk about elephants and sanctuaries, and December 7th I wanted to talk about sponsorships and adoptions. This is a snippet of information of the results. We'll go more into it when I switch over to the actual websites. Facebook has 232 page likes, Twitter 94 followers, Pinterest 132 pins, only 2 followers, Google 410 views and 2 followers, and the blog has 20 posts, 160 page visits, 85 visitors, and a ratio to new versus returning about 50-50. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause and go to the live website so that we can actually talk about the numbers there. So starting with Facebook, this is the insights at Facebook, and this is the first page, the overview, and you'll see 232 likes, which is a lot, which I'm very happy about. 194, 43% up from last week. 194 total posts reached, 28 people engaged. These are great numbers for someone who doesn't really use and never really knew how to use any and all the social media platforms. I mean, I never used Twitter really. I never used Facebook. Trying to find something on there was such a difficult time for me, but this is really promising. And then you can see also the most 5 recent posts and the engagement and the reach, which there is some activity there. Let's go on to likes. So you'll see at the beginning when I started, I didn't know what I was doing, and I actually I actually okayed them to promote my page and charge me for it, and I didn't realize, but that's why there's that big spike. But I'm happy to see that it continued to grow and it didn't lessen. I think I might have had 1 page like and all of that, but otherwise everything was pretty good. Let's look at the reach. There's a lot of activity here, which I'm very happy about. If we take a look at this highest one here, this is the most important one for me. And it actually was during the my social media campaign, and it hit one of my goals, which I was very happy about. If it would take some time to load. Sorry, had technical difficulties, but I actually got it up and running, so I'm very happy. So this post reach was me promoting elephants on Thanksgiving week. Actually, I think it was on Thanksgiving Day, and I hit 251 people, which I'm so excited about. It was the most successful post that I've ever had, and I was very happy for it. So I'm super excited about it. So let's move on, and you'll see that there's engagement from other posts as well, but not as significant as that one. That is my most significant. Very happy about that. Take a look at the visits. The visits are kind of I mean, you'll see some where there's like no visits at all, but I think those are the days when I really was not posting as well, and I don't know if this will, right, this won't really tell anything. So let's take a look at the posts. And if we scroll down, you'll see that there's another big one here about a puppy, and it's reaching a lot of people. So I'm very happy about that. Very happy about that. Okay. And take a look at the people. So most of my viewers are women. And again, they range from for the most part, the 25 to 65 plus range. And these are my fans. These are the people reached. It's mostly women. And the people that are engaged, which I find there's a spike in the 65 plus, but again, mostly women. I'm very happy about that. So moving on to Twitter, we get to Hootsuite. I'm not very familiar with Hootsuite. I hardly went on it, but looking at it now, it's great for organizing information in such a way that I can see what's going on. These are my tweets and my retweets, and this one here, the Rise Up one, is huge because this tweet was an original tweet from someone. The content was from someone else. I took it and I added the hashtag rise up. I didn't know that, I just decided to write rise up. And now I've gotten, it says 21 now, but it's actually 25. Every day I'm getting people favoriting and retweeting this tweet, rise up. So I feel like it's a little mini viral spread. I'm very excited about it, even though it's not my content and it's obviously not a hashtag I created, but it is two things I put together that's creating this wave of more people engaging, and I'm very excited about that. Another thing to note is that I've noticed that I'm looking at other people who are sending tweets out, and for instance, this is content from Protect Wildlife, but I also have a blog post on the same information. So this, you'll see the same information is kind of um, uh, uh, going through cycles and being recycled rather, or being sent through, and I like that because um, I can go ahead and continually promote my blog posts for this, and I see that people are posting this, and this would actually encourage me to go and make a post to that original article that I had, or my thoughts on it. And I would love to go ahead and do that, which is what I will probably end up doing in the next 5 minutes or so. But I'm very happy to see that a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about, they're talking about too. So if I do share their information or I do retweet it, it really is the same information that I kind of want to circulate. So let's take a look at the Rise Up hashtag. This hashtag has nothing to do with elephants, and I really, the last time I actually typed this hashtag, it was sports stuff coming up. So the numbers definitely change, but um, this hashtag has like 27% passion, 7% strength. Not a lot, but it's actually working very well with me in the elephants. So even though, certain hashtags might pertain to certain genres or subjects, if you intermingle them, something new can happen and something great can happen. And that's what's happening with this hashtag when I saddle it up with the elephants, which I'm very happy about because I'm getting a lot of feedback on it, and it's making, to me, it's creating a movement, and I'm very happy about that. So let's go again onto Twitter analytics. I don't know how to use the other Twitter or any other of the analytics. This was the easiest one for me to use, and it was free. It's called TweetShop. So it says here from as of December 10th, 149 following, 94 followers. Yay, great. 198 tweets. This is great. This is the amount of times I tweeted. And then I have here 4.6 average tweets per day, 220 user mentions within tweets, 142 links within the tweets, 122 tweets are retweets, 31 uh, tweets are replies, 131 tweets retweeted by others. Oh my god, I'm really amazed by these numbers. I'm very happy about them. 22,263 times the tweets were retweeted. I'm just like super happy. These are like great numbers for me. I know nothing about Twitter, or I knew nothing about Twitter or Facebook, and I'm very happy about this. But this is where the fun stuff kind of stops. And actually, you'll come back here and you'll see again the Rise Up hashtag. The most retweeted tweets is the Rise Up. And it's going to continue to be the top because I'm still getting on my phone that people are retweeting and favoriting it. I'm very happy about that. So let's move on to my blog. My blog, I'm, honestly to say, I have to say, I think that these peaks are when I went on to post. I don't think that I've received many visitors, but these are the numbers on the blog post page. Is the stories page. I got 160 visits, which is great. I had 51% new visitor as opposed to 48% returning visitor, which is probably me. Direct traffic, which is 64%. Organic, which is 20%, which is, I guess, not too bad, these numbers. But obviously not as good as Facebook and Twitter. So let's move on to Pinterest. Now, Pinterest, I just started using after I failed miserably, excuse me, using Google Plus because Google Plus um, doesn't um, allow me to use my phone at work to post from my business page on Google Plus. Very difficult. You would think it'd be easy like in Facebook, but it's not. It's very, very difficult. I cannot access social media platforms at work, so I always have to use it at my lunchtime. And there are times when I work late at work, and all I have is my smartphone, and I need to post with my smartphone. And ease of access and being able to use the technology easily says a lot about what I can get across and what I can't, and I still have to find a workaround against it. So I started using Pinterest um, after I stopped using Google Plus because it was a complete failure. And I have 132 pins on just 2 followers. I don't really know how to promote myself on here, but I'm learning and I'm continuing to pin. So we'll see how this goes. I think this is a good start. Um, Again, like I mentioned before, you'll see some activist pins from activists or pins from personal. And I'm so sorry. This is so horrible to see the poor thing. Some things are just so hard to see, and I can't. Um, but yeah, these are the pins so far. Moving on to Google Plus. So Google Plus is pitiful. I have 2 followers and 413 views. I tried to post on here as much as I could, but the only way I could really post on here and post well, just like this, was if I was in front of a computer. And on a weekday, it was very difficult for me to get to one unless it was late at night after work. And at that point, I would have already tried posting something on from my phone. So this was not a good experience, not like Facebook and Twitter. But there's a lot of good posts here. Actually, one of the followers is myself. So really, it's just one follower. Um, and if you take a look at the insights for it, it's just um, engagement on 1111. That's pretty much just it. Visibility. So it was visible in the beginning, but not so much in the audience. There's really no audience, which I kind of figured. So, um, those are the numbers so far. So actually, pretty much done with that. Let's go back and finish up the slide. So, moving on, the analysis. The content I thought would not share well did, and vice versa. Is it a win? Maybe. Um, I think it also has to do with the technology. My content, towards the top, you'll notice over here is these are my posting, and it has no visual images or video, and I want it to look like this, because if it looks like this, I think that it'll be more engaging to people. And this is not really engaging at all. And as a matter of fact, it could actually be lost with the amount of tweets and that people are scroll through. So you need the visual. And I think once I start doing that, I'll be able to have more positive original posts being shared. But here's the rise up again, and it's already tweeted 25 times. The second thing, growing followers, means my content is being read and engaged, which is a win. And this is an example from the Twitter analytics that I made a copy of yesterday, and you can see that my followers have grown, and that's great. Much of the content I shared or retweeted had the same subject as my blog post. Is that a win? I would say so, because the main goal for me wasn't really to promote myself, it was to promote the subject of these animals. And for instance, Raju the elephant, I wrote a blog post on him, and I posted the information, but here's someone else posting and talking about Raju. And I'm very happy about that. I'm actually glad. I want to keep the conversation going about Raju. So I would consider that a win. I spent more time sharing and retweeting other content than promoting and linking directly to my blog posts. Technical difficulties? Yes. And I would consider it a loss because yes, still I want to promote um, the things that the content that I do create as well, as well as as I promote other people's content. Um, so yeah, I would consider that a loss. Um, Moving on. I increased awareness on animal cruelty issues and animal protection needs. Win, yes, and here are the numbers to prove it. Um, I have some great numbers here. 220 user mentions within the tweets, 131 tweets retweeted by others. This is really great stuff, so I'm very happy. All right. And I gathered a large group of page likes on Facebook and followers on Twitter. Win, absolute win. I have a large group of people, so I'm able to reach out to a large group, or it's a large group of people for me. I'm able to reach out and engage with them. Very happy. So conclusion and next steps. This is just the beginning. It's a great start. I helped to grow awareness to the problem of animal cruelty. I promoted compassion for animals and the need for animal protection. And all of that shows with the numbers and the analytics. What I can improve upon, I can promote my blog posts more. I can be more visual. I can use keywords to promote my content, create a more detailed content calendar to help me stay on track, to learn better how to use social media technology and find a way for it to work better for me, and increase usage on Google Plus and Pinterest. And again, be more visual, more visual. Continue to share. I'm going to continue to share, post, favorite, pin, and retweet other content that resonates with the message I want to get across. And in the end, the success of this campaign isn't about how popular I become, it's about how popular the animals become. So my final thought is just to continue and promote animals and raise awareness, continue doing what I'm doing and tweak it and be better at it. That concludes my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and I think I hit every requirement asked for this second video presentation, and I hope I didn't miss anything. And thank you.